Winston Jordan appeared here at the Georgetown Magistrates Court this morning, and he appeared before the Chief Magistrate Anne McLennan to answer to a misconduct in public office charge. Mr. Jordan was granted bail in the sum of $3 million, and we saw his attorney Royce Ford saying that he thinks that the bail offered was excessive. They did make an application to have that bail reduced, but that application was not successful. But in any event, Mr. Jordan has posted bail and he will be released from the custody of the police. But there's also another condition of his bail where he has to appear at the Special Organized Crime Unit on the last Friday of every month. Now, the misconduct in public office charge relates to a vesting order that Mr. Jordan signed while he was finance minister, vesting a plot of land, waterfront property at Kingston, to BK Marines Inc. And it is alleged that that plot of land was vested to BK Marines Inc. below the market value. So SOCU spent several months investigating that matter. Mr. Jordan was recently even invited to SOCU, where a final interview was conducted, and we saw the laying of the charge here at the Georgetown Magistrates Court this morning. Now, several supporters, party members of the People's National Congress Reform, the party that Jordan represents, or represented rather in the National Assembly while he sat there, several members of that party out here this morning showing support to Mr. Jordan. Also in attendance was the recently elected leader of the People's National Congress Reform, Aubrey Norton. He was also joined by his chairman and his vice chairs. We also saw opposition leader Joseph Harman appearing here this morning, and another member of the parliamentary opposition, Kemraj Ramchatan. Now, Kemraj Ramchatan and the opposition leader are also attorneys in their right, and along with Royce Ford and Darren Wade, they are all representing Mr. Jordan. We've seen them talking this morning about how the charges are trumped up, about how the charges are political in nature, and how they intend to defend those charges in court, saying that Mr. Jordan did not act on his own when he signed that vesting order, but rather it was a cabinet decision that Mr. Jordan was following.
Mr. Jordan did not take it upon himself to unilaterally act to sign any vesting order. It would have done so after a process that led to a deliberation and a determination by cabinet. After that process, Mr. Jordan would simply have been performing an administrative function by which he would have been signing a vesting order. If the cabinet decision would have authorized the sale and the circumstances and conditions of the sale as a consequence of receiving a report and a documentation and a memorandum from NISL itself outlining those circumstances. So at no time whatsoever Mr. Winston Jordan would have been acted solo, or would he have embarked on a mission or a part of his own.
Will that defense be enough for Mr. Jordan to get off of this charge? We don't know. We'll certainly need to look at how the matter pans out in the court. Mr. Jordan is making his next court appearance here at the Georgetown Magistrates Court sometime in February 2022. SOCU has also said that Mr. Jordan is on the radar for a series of alleged fraudulent transactions in which he's implicated involving public funds and state properties estimated to value billions of Guyanese dollars. Now, the specific charge for which he faced today in the Georgetown Magistrates Court relates to an $8 billion property which was sold for a mere $110 million, according to a police statement. According to the police, the purchaser, BK Marines Inc., paid only 10% of the purchase price. That is just $20 million, and that Mr. Jordan issued a vesting order passing the title to the purchaser without the payment of any further sums of money. According to that police report, which was released several weeks ago, the vesting order stated that the property is being sold free from encumbrance and liabilities, and no further sum of money is owed by the purchaser. Reporting for the newsroom, I'm Kurt Campbell.